The skill guys with the Falcons.
Okay.
You're trusting Bijan. Not only are we trusting Bijan, but he might be our running back one for the week. I mean, everything that you saw out of him, there is no more of a split here. There is no more fear of that. There are some fears still in this offense, but not for Bijan Robinson because he is the clear-cut number one guy. Tyler Algier is totally just an insurance option at this point.
Yeah, 90% of the snaps to Robinson in week number 1. Again, it felt a little underwhelming because his efficiency wasn't through the roof. But Daniel, it's 68 yards rushing and 43 yards receiving, so well over 100 yards. And again, it just feels like he's not there yet.
Nope.
He's not
There's
at
still
that
more.
level where he's scoring a touchdown almost every week and just has these big explosive plays. But it feels like it's coming at some point. So I'm again, they were playing Pittsburgh last week. It was a really tough matchup. They get the Eagles this week, not a defense that you're super intimidated by right now. So I expect him to have a good game.
That's crazy. How is that? How did the Eagles have so many big names that they should be playing on defense, and it just doesn't feel like you're as nervous about them as you should?
It's just not as good on paper as it's been in years past. They've had some misses. Now they have some youth in the secondary. Fletcher Cox retired, so they have 2 young defensive tackles. So they're just still
but
developing.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are.
Oh, Davis hasn't really been. He hasn't moved the needle a ton just yet. But they're still developing him. Linebacker's been a problem. Zach Bond looked terrific last week, so we'll see. I mean, they're, I'd say, trending up, but remember how awful they were last year. It's hard not to trend up from what they were doing last year. And Vic Fangio's there. Maybe they get going, but on paper, I would say average at best on paper.